Hello there again, everybody. This is going to be Rakdos Shadow League number 2. I made a few changes to the main deck. I've added one copy of Agadeem's Awakening, just another pain land that has some late game value. Pain land's obviously pretty important to power out things like Death's Shadow and in some cases Scourge of the Skyclaves. I've also adjusted the mana base a little bit, including Agadeem's Awakening. There are still 18 lands. I was previously playing 1 Swamp, 3 Mountain. I have gone down to 1 Mountain, and I've replaced the 2 basics with 2 more fetch lands. I'm now playing 3 Tarn, 2 Polluted Delta, and 4 Bloodstained Mire. I've changed one of the spell slots as well. I'm playing second copy of Mutagenic Growth, and I have taken out fourth copy of Inquisition of Kozilek. On top of this deck's really impressive performance in the Mana Traders series, it also just yesterday won a Modern Challenge. So I do think this deck is the real deal. And we're going to put it to the test yet again in another league. So sideboard remains unchanged. Only changes were the described ones in the main deck. Real quick, let's take a look at the metagame breakdown. Uro Piles still in number 1. Humans rose to the number 2 slot a few days ago and has stuck there over the past few days. Gruul and Juns both creeping back up. Blue-White also creeping back up. Mill spiking all the way up to 6. And we've got Black, Red, Green with Luris and Swiftspear and Bobble. This may even be, if we take a quick look, our Jund Shadow list. Yep, this is the Scourge of the Skyclaves list, so already at number 6. And Eldrazi Tron even seeing a comeback, followed by more Shadow, more Tron, and then this stuff has all been kind of stuck in this slot for a couple weeks now. Blue Red Blitz, previously the number 1 deck, but falling all the way to 14th, and Burn still hanging in there at 15. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into this league. And Dingas, thanks for the follow. A lot of the lists that I've been seeing, I've only been playing 4 Thoughtseizes and no Inquisitions. I personally am a fan of the discard spell, so I've opted to play a few extra. Alright, well, this hand's obviously not good. This hand is better. Still not great. But I don't really want to go to 5, and we've got a 1 mana play. Do I want to fetch or shock here? Oh, I should have kept the fetches, my bad. I'm just going to fetch shock immediately. This is taking away Revolt if we draw Fatal Push or something, but it's unlikely to matter, especially this early. But yeah, I should have kept the fetches. It's 1 less life for Shadow. I got distracted. Delta. Sorry, Flooded Strand. Wow. Jam for 1, I guess. So had I kept the fetch land, we would have been able to play a 1/1 Shadow, but Scourge is a good one. That's at least a 2/2. If the opponent is playing Uro, however, and they like fetch for basic forest, then play the Uro, they'll go back up to 20, and that'll kill our Scourge. Kind of spooky. Makes me wonder if I should even play it. I think I still should. And I'll play it off of the Canyon, I think. Playing the Canyon now means I'll go to 14, then I can chalk down to 12 and play Shadow. If I don't play this now and I don't draw a land, I'm forced to tap the Canyon to play the Death Shadow, which means I won't be able to sacrifice the Canyon at a time that I want to. Another Scourge, not bad, but gonna have to be careful with the lifelink and the Scourge. I could crack the Canyon and see if I draw a spell. Ideally, I can kill the Stoneforge. Yeah, let's do it. I really want to be able to kill the Stoneforge. Just another Shadow. Alright, well, I'll attack. I don't think they're blocking. Alright, so they're going to have a Batter Skull. We're going to have to hope that Death Shadow can outsize them. I mean, if they hit us with a Batter Skull, we'll just gladly take the hit. It makes Scourge worse, but it makes our Shadows a lot better. Esper. Interesting. It's not very common. I guess. Unfortunately, we can't play around Leak or even Snapcaster Leak. I mean, I guess I'll go to combat first. Don't have an attack, though. I just want to see if it evokes something. We're going to tap draw. Sure. Now I'll probably just go threat. They can't get back up. Even if Batter Skull hits, they can't get back up past 20. And I can use the Temur Battle Rage to try to first strike the Batter Skull, but that much is unlikely to work. I mean, I think I am just gonna go as wide as I can. If they've got Supreme Verdict, I'll just fold. But I mean, I don't want to keep this game going too much longer anyway. And like, if I don't win this game within 2 turns, I don't think I'm winning anyway, and the Verdict doesn't really change that. Alright, so they can still flash in their Batter Skull. But if they do that, we're going to be able to Battle Rage. Jeez. Drew all my shadows before I drew a spell. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to attack the Teferi with the Scourge. And then when they try to block it with Batter Skull, I can Temur Battle Rage to kill the Teferi. Don't really have an attack with any of the shadows, because then they'll just block a shadow with the Batter Skull, and then the Scourge will be tiny. So we'll get to kill the Germ. Hopefully no Force of Negation. I don't really think that changes this play. I kind of think this has to be done. It worked though. And I still don't think I'm beating Supreme Verdict. So I'll just keep playing threats. He doesn't gain life if I've got First Strike and Regular Strike. Just reloading Batterskull. That's actually not bad, because that has us losing 3 life, and that grows all of our shadows to size. I mean, it's basically a fetch land. So let's play this, have it come in untapped. Would you like to play 3 life? Yes. So now all of our shadows are 4/4s. I mean, now I guess we can just attack all. If they flash in Batterskull and have a path, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of fine, I guess. Jam. You're good, Antis. No worry. So yeah, Batterskull, block a shadow, and path a shadow has them gaining 4 to 19, but then taking 13, 14, going to 5, but then our board is still humongous. And Scourge is gonna get much bigger as well. They're just eating that. Sure. So everything else gets in. That still kills them if they don't have a path. I mean, I did say I don't think I'm winning this game if I don't kill him in 2 turns. This would be that second turn. I'll have to get pretty lucky to kill him after this. Alright, they do have it. I think Swamp is probably the better land to keep in the deck. Just for considerations of you want to fetch the Swamp and then use the Swamp to revolt a Fatal Push or something, for example. So we could be in trouble to a sword. That sword actually exactly kills us, right? Because it's 6 plus the 2 here is 8, and they can attack with Stoneforge as well. Yeah, we had a very strange draw. Literally haven't seen a spell. They're not attacking with Stoneforge, and that's why I didn't scoop. Sure, you can put Path back on top. I mean, they're gonna be taking lethal almost no matter what now, unless they have another path. Yeah, exactly, Spooky Cyborg. I mean, that's why I didn't scoop. And they just shot my Scourge, so that way my shadows don't grow, I guess. Opt. Alright, okay, so they're going to put the path into their hand now. So they are not dead, correct? They're going to have to block with everything, though. Now, are they dead? So if I lightning bolt the Stoneforge Mystic, they can block a 13/13 path 1. They gain 6 up to 13. They're still taking 2 hits from 2 shadows. Yeah, bolt won't equate to a win if they have a Force of Negation, but I'm gonna make them have it. I'm not gonna not try. But yeah, I mean, we had this game lost, and the opponent decided to not kill us, which is nice. Deal. Alright, so Esper Stoneblade. Yeah, I wanted. The opponent just like decided to not kill me, basically. Alright, so let's bring in the Abrade. Let's bring in Ingrath's Rampage. I could bring in Brutality for things like Cryptic Command. That could be good. I don't think I want Fatal Push. I can deal with the equipments instead of the creatures. Also, I've got lots of other removal anyway. The opponent's removal is Path to Exile and Fatal Push based. Mutagenic Growth saves me from neither of those. Do I want Shattering Spree? Don't think that I do. I could see an argument for Feed the Swarm even, but I mean, if I'm not... I would want Fatal Pushes before Feed the Swarm, I think. So I think I'm just going to keep this and cut 1. Lava Dart doesn't kill a whole lot. We can just shave one of those. I think I want the Baubles because Lurrus... I may want to draw a card the turn Lurrus comes down. Obviously, taking out spells makes the prowess stuff worse. But I think we just drew like an uncharacteristically low amount of spells last game. And the uncharacteristically high amount of shadows. All of them. Alright, well this is the opposite of our first hand. We do have Agadeem's Awakening. We can use that to cast our Inquisition on our Thoughtseize, but we're missing too much. Like, we're missing threats and we're missing lands. I think I've got a ship. Jeez. Alright, well, I mean, this is much better than before. I think I'm inclined to bottom the Battle Rage. I don't have very many threats, so I think I'm going to want the Apostle's Blessing to defend one when I do find one. Hey, there's a threat. So I could Inquisition or Thoughtseize now in order to make sure that the opponent can't Stoneforge on 2, but I could always Inquisition or Thoughtseize whatever they get with the Stoneforge. Again, I don't think Revolt for a Fatal Push is going to come up, especially because I don't have any Fatal Pushes in the deck. So I'll just take a land out of the deck now. Cast my 1-drop. Can't protect it this turn, but I think getting the pressure down is still pretty good. Drowned Catacomb. Hey, we drew another threat. That's pretty solid. Alright, let's shock a Crypt and start on... So, like, even if I Thoughtseize now, I only go to 13, which means I'm not playing Shadow now. Guess I could just lead on Inquisition, then Thoughtseize. Then Shadow is more of a surprise next turn. Like, next turn we can go Thoughtseize, Shadow, hold up Apostle's Blessing, which seems nice. Also, there's a small chance that I want to hold the Thoughtseize to snipe things like Cryptic Command later on. If this gets mana leaked, I just think I say okay. Alright, what do I do about this? Do I want the Apostle's Blessing to protect the shadow? I think I want the Apostle's Blessing to protect the shadow. I'll just say okay. I think I'll get swamped because I have a lot of black spells. Wow, we just straight bricked. I guess I'll Thoughtseize now. I'm not protecting anything. Taking the Verdict because that's the uncounterable thing. Like if they try to bounce a threat, I can Apostle's Blessing, and like we're getting the shadow in under the cryptic commands anyway. The opponent's pretty far from Mystic Sanctuary. We know they're playing it. Then I want to start getting islands to turn sanctuaries on. Brutality is a pretty nice draw. That lets us get a cryptic out of the way. We know they've got them. Play a 2/2. Alright, so if they draw like Snapcaster or a Path to Exile, we've got the Blessing. Inquisition not great here. I mean, I can still cast it because if they've drawn Snapcaster exactly this turn, the Apostle's Blessing is actually kind of awkward. Because like I don't really want to give it pro blue and then they can just path me anyway. Counter draw. Sure. Alright, well it must be something they like. I mean, Inquisition doesn't take cryptic. Alright, so it is still really awkward if they've got Snapcaster Mage. I mean, I guess paying the life, I could just give it pro white anyway to dodge the path. Yeah, I'll attack. Because if I make it a 4/4, a Snapcaster block doesn't kill it anyway. So now I'm gonna have to start thinking about what happens if they put Supreme Verdict on top of their deck. Alright, I'll protect. Pro black. Yeah, I mean, as far as 3 colors being greedy for a Sanctuary, Uro decks do it all the time, but they're making extra land drops, so maybe it's just better for them. Alright, well I guess another Cryptic makes some sense. I still don't know why they would have Cryptic the Inquisition other than there's still something I don't know about. Alright, this one can get the Mystic Sanctuary now. I guess that could have been what they were protecting. So this spear is actually a pretty nice one. I'll play it first because I could get mana leaked. I want to kill the Stefari if possible. Yes, the Yargle Opt. They bottomed with that, by the way. Putting Cryptic. If they wanted to keep their Teferi alive, they could have sanctuaried first and then opted. All right, I guess having another thing makes some sense. All right, so they're drawing Cryptic. I know, like, traditionally speaking, the Stoneblade decks tend to be pretty bad matchups for Shadow. Just because they play Supreme Verdict often. And their removal is 1 mana and instant speed. Can't respond even if I wanted to. Alright, and then at this point, I'm going to scoop it up. Their opponent's going to cycle a Cryptic out of their yard, and they still have a Cryptic in hand and a Teferi on board. I'm not winning this game. Thoughtseize would have been good. Still not great. Alright, yeah, I mean, I guess I could have put Luris in my hand, but that's not doing much either. It gets Cryptic. Do I think they're playing Leyline of Sanctity? Probably not. That would be why I play Feed the Swarm. I'm just going to keep it as is. For the infect token, I don't know what you're talking about as far as infect token goes. Let's reveal the thing. Jeez. This hand's actually not terrible. Agadeem's Awakening is a black source. Sunbaked Canyon is a red source. We got Brutality on 2 to see what's up. This Battle Rage is looking silly. Maybe I should have taken him out. Yeah, I'll keep it. The Germ token. I mean, I think a Fatal Push does that job better. So I think I'd play a Fatal Push before it. And then I think I should go Canyon on 1 so I can start paying life. Like, I'll end of turn, I'll just float mana. And then untap. We've had some pretty awkward hands. Pay a life. Not suspicious at all. Alright, well, we can bobble the opponent, get some information before we collect a Brutality targeting them. They have a Teferi Time Raveler on top. That's going to be a headache. Play. Yes, pay life. Alright, well, we got something. Sweet. Here comes Stoneforge if they want. Already have Batterskull in hand, too. So, I mean, I can Fetch Shock, get a 1/1 into play. Can't quite cast Scourge yet. Dies immediately. Yeah, these equipment are gonna be the enemy. This matchup does seem pretty bad. But my draws have also been on the awkward side. Like, I could have mulliganed this hand, but it's kind of hard to mulligan a 2-lander with threats. Boing. So the opponent is lower on life now. I can bolt them and help make the Scourges large. I think that's the play. I mean, if I bolt the Stoneforge, that makes sure that they don't have anything to carry in equipment. Also, they can't play Batterskull next turn. So I think I'm just gonna end up bolting Stoneforge and then going threat. And I'm gonna hope they haven't drawn like a Force of Negation or something. Yeah, okay. No paths that we know about, no supreme verdicts that we know about. They used that Marsh Flats, my bad. So you know of 5 of their 7. That's a new one. Does that just kill them? I think this just kills them. We can give Death Shadow protection from white, so they can't block. That makes us an 8/8. We can then pay life. That's 9. 9 times 2 is 18 with Battle Rage. They're just dead. I'm just double checking the math real fast. I'm pretty sure this just kills them. We'll give pro white. And then we have to do this now because they've got Teferi. Nice. Okay, well, I still think this matchup's pretty bad. I think we got a little lucky. We definitely got lucky. We won game 1 when we should not have. Yeah, I do think that's nice, Cyborg. Our opponent was very kind and just decided to not kill us in the first game. Like, they had us exactly dead and I guess didn't see it. Snapcaster says posture check. Damn, I guess so. Yeah, I think they just didn't see it. Maybe they had assumed they need the Stoneforge back to block or something, because I had 4 Shadows and a Scourge in play. I don't know. Yeah, Stoneforge can attack. Fun fact of the day. I think I'm keeping. Everything in our hand costs basically 1, as this tech tends to accomplish. Let's keep. We're on the draw as well. Like, if we draw a fetch land, our hand just becomes absolutely insane. Any land, really.
Are you playing the deck you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, same deck. Opponent says hello, good luck. Should probably play my creature. Get in the damage, start the Scourge of the Skyclave train. Alright, so we really want to draw land. If we don't draw land, it's not a tragedy either. Like, we hit a land in the next 2 or 3 cards, I'm pretty happy. Land, please. Not exactly. Thoughtseize, target you. What is this? That's just another way to draw cards, I guess. Alright, they didn't want to force this. I mean, I think we're trying to kill them before they scapeshift. Salundi Vision is kind of just another land. Valakut's too slow. The Valakut Exploration. So I think it's between Force and Remand. And I'm leaning towards Remand just because Force doesn't counter our threats. So now I'm guessing they're going to Salundi Vision. Land, please. Hey, yo. So, should I Inquisition first to conceal information? Probably should. Alternatively, I could just attack for 1, go fetch, shock, shadow. Get all the threats down under potential cryptic commands. I mean, this means they can start bolting stuff. But it might just be good to get our shadows down. Because if we draw another land after this, we start attacking for a lot very quickly. I'll lead on an attack. Don't think the opponent is going to have any ways to have us gain life. Suppose they're Temur, so they could be playing Grove of the Burnwells, but I've yet to see a Scapeshift player playing one of those. It would be the Grove of the Century, though. Can even start lava darting myself if I want to grow the shadows. Salundi Vision. Yep. Not really afraid of sweepers out of the Temur deck. Oh, I guess this was the other version of Salundi Vision. Alright, so landfall, they get to like exile the top card and they can play it. For as long as it remains exiled. But they take damage if their card's exiled with it. And it goes to the graveyard end of turn. Doesn't seem great. Exile a card, yep. Uro into the yard. Jeez, combo. I think I'm leading on Inquisition. I could get a Scourge down. So Mountain does not cast Uro. They need another land. So like maybe I can take Growth Spiral and fade it. I mean, having them discard a card here means that they only need a fetch land to get the Uro into play. I still think it's probably wrong to not just play it. Especially because if they get Uro into play, Scourge shrinks a lot. Yeah, I'll Inquisition, see what's up. Trigger my Soulscar Mage. Like, if they force this, that's kind of okay. Clothis. That might just be too slow. There's no way that's getting turned on. Like, the turn they play that, it does pretty much nothing. So now they're going to need to draw a fetch land to even cast the Uro. Yeah, I'm going to take the Force because I may want the Battle Rage to get through. And I'll Lava Dart myself. Grow the Shadows, trigger my Soul Scar. Don't think I'm flashing it back quite yet. Bam. It gets back Scalding Tarn. So they're not quite escaping Uro. We know their hand. So they may just be dead, assuming they don't draw something good. What is this? It's another Uro. I mean, they have to fetch to go up to 9, and they still die. Yeah, so I think we should be good here because we took the Force. I guess they could fetch and then maybe hit something else off of the Valakut exploration. This dealing damage to us actually kind of nice. Alright, what do they hit this time? Mountain? That's fine. I think we've just got him dead then. Cast your Uro, sure. And they actually know about lethal on board because Lava Dart is 8. And then it has us attacking for 8. We'll just take some damage. And now we've got lethal on board no matter what. Yeah, they're just dead. They scooped. What's up, James? Glad to know you're around. Alright, so Temur Uro stuff. Let's bring in Tormod's Crypt. That's honestly probably about it. Like, we could bring in Brutality, but that doesn't seem super strong. Doing pretty okay. I'm on the tired side, but I want to play some Magic the Gathering, so here we are. Alright, so the removal is probably Lightning Bolt based, so Mutagenic Growth might actually be strong. Lava Dart's not really killing a whole lot, but it's nice to power out a bunch of prowess triggers. I'll cut 1. Not sure how good Apostle's Blessing is going to be. Again, their only removal is probably Lightning Bolt based. Mutagenic Growth does a similar job as far as Lightning Bolt goes. I could see taking an Inquisition out. You know what, let's just take out this Fatal Push. Don't want any removal versus this deck. Yeah, Jun's been doing pretty okay. As far as leagues go, I think if you were to go to a competitive event though, where most of the actual tier 1 stuff is Titan and Uro based, Jund has a hard time. Another 1 land there. We've got lots of threats and we've got some spells though. It's kind of hard to mulligan hands like this. Yeah, like for example, in the Mana Traders thing that just happened, there's a good amount of Juns there, and not a lot of it did well. You did well in a prelim. That's great. There's a prelim that this deck just won, which was pretty sweet. How many lands are we running? We're playing 17 lands and the mythic flip card that's a spell. So 18 mana sources. We drew a land, so that's excellent. Let's get our Soul Scar Mage down. Shock. Growth Spiral. That's fine. They don't have anything to get back with it yet. That's good. Do I want to kill that right now? Probably. Ooh, that's nice. So I actually get to play the Swift Spear, and then the bobble triggers will pump up our prowess enough such that we don't have to bolt them. Maybe I should just be going at face anyway. How much damage is this? If I bolt them, they go to 15, take 6, go to 9. They're not dead on the next attack, but these Scourges get really, really big. Should probably just attack the red and 6 and hold the interaction for future attacks. So I guess I can do the scry trick with this Bloodstained Mire and the Mishra's Bauble. I guess I can just do it on their turn. The odds I actually want to bolt something are kind of low. I might just want to bolt them though, because that starts the Scourges getting large. Triome tapped, sure. So I guess unless I really want this top card. Yeah, unless I really want this top card, the bolt's probably just gonna get cast. We've got a Thoughtseize on top. I do really want that. Alright, untap. And you drew a Crypt as well, not bad. So I could just play the Scourge right now. Issue there is if they cast an Uro, the Scourge dies immediately. So I'll just play the Thoughtseize, get in my attack with the Soulscar Mage. What you got, friend? Teferi and Remand. I mean, Remand's only going to be good once. Teferi could be good a lot. I'll take the expensive spell and leave him with the Remand. Let's cast this. Get another prowess trigger. Like maybe this is a little frivolous because like I've got the lightning bolts to secure the planeswalkers, and I do think I'll bolt them. It's worth effectively 4 damage, and I want to get them low for the Scourges anyway. Say yes. Bolt, target you. Bam. Knock you to 11. Say go. Yeah, I can see a good argument for taking the Remand. Alright, so we know the hand now. Mystic Sanctuary also able to get something back now, but we've got Tormod's Crypt if that ever comes up. So I guess I'm going to attack for 1 and then play a Scourge into a Remand. Yeah, probably should have definitely taken the Remand actually, because like they got lucky and drew the land, but they couldn't even cast the Teferi based off what I knew about. So I think that was actually a mistake. We got more threats where those came from. Alright, so their hand is Mystic Sanctuary. That doesn't take it. Let's just cast an 8/8. They know about this one, but they don't know about the second. Go. And we do have lethal next turn with the bolt. I don't even think Sanctuary can afford to buy something back. Yeah, they didn't. They did not buy back. Thoughtseize is pretty good. think I'm just going to attack anyway, though. Like, what's the worst case? Cryptic Command? Like, if they go land Scapeshift, we just die. So I think this Thoughtseize has to get cast this turn. I'll just lead on an attack and see how it goes. Because then we can Thoughtseize. If nothing bad happens, we just bolt him and win. Alright. Actually, wait. This doesn't matter. We have Apostle's Blessing. What am I talking about? So we'll give this Pro Blue. Can't believe I almost missed that. I like forget I play protection spells. Sick. Oh, I just realized I haven't been updating my current record indicator. We are 2-0. Where's the thing? Bam. Alright, 2-0. Almost a punt, yeah. I gotta get all of those bots in chat that like do the punt count and stuff like that. That'd be fun to keep track of. I'm still doing that really long, annoying project that my one class has given me, James. So my weekend has been full of schoolwork. But I mean, I'm almost done with it. It's due Tuesday, so almost in the clear. Tim, thanks for the follow. How's everything over there? I know you said you're busy, you got some work to do. Go first. Don't mind if I do. Keep. Don't mind if I do. This is our first game 1 keep, which is nice. Not a lot of spells, but a Lava Dart would power this hand up a lot. Say yes. Soulscar Mage. Go. Boo. That's alright, we got more. Do I want to fetch basic mountain? Now it might just be better to go Swift Spear Inquisition. But the spells are worth a lot more damage. We've got the Prowess creatures in play already. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Sunbaked Canyon. And then next turn I can fetch the Swamp. Right? Because like I could fetch Mountain now, but then I've only got one black source moving forward. So I think I like playing Canyon and going Swift Spear, Swift Spear. And then next turn we'll Inquisition for a chunk of damage. Sounds like you've got lots of stuff to keep you busy. That's good to hear. There you go. Swift Spear. Hit us. No land for ya? No land for ya. Alright, Inquisition. See what you're really doing. Regular old burn. I think I'm just going to take the Lava Spike. Lava Spike lets them do the most damage, and it's also just like 1 mana spell. Like, Searing Blaze is the bigger disaster, though. Like, if they hit the land, Searing Blaze is going to be very good. So maybe for that reason I take the Blaze. Although, like, if they keep bricking on lands, which isn't super unlikely, all of these 2-mana spells do almost nothing. Yeah, I'll take the Spike. It's the card we know they can cast. Not gonna not attack when they're doing more than one apiece. And I might even just fetch the Swamp and then crack Canyon immediately. We do need more gas. Alright, they bricked on the land at least one more turn. So should I get Swamp or should I get Mountain? I guess worst case scenario, I've got the Sunbaked Canyon as another red source, so Swamps may be harder to come by. I'll get basic Swamp. Crack this Canyon. We're looking for Shadows and Scourges. Bolt's not even the worst. I'll lead on the Thoughtseize. It's worth prowess damage. And now we can possibly take Searing Blaze or 1-mana spells if they've drawn them. All 2-mana spells. Let's take the Searing Blaze. That one's the bigger disaster. And I could even bolt their Swift Spear now. So if they draw a white source, we are dead to 2 attacks that include Boros Charm. But if we bolt their Swift Spear, we're pretty in the clear. Let's just get rid of their creature. Get in for 3. Alright, everything's online. We're on a clock now. We're going to have to close within 3 turns. So that means finding a Shadow or a Scourge like that is going to be really big. Kinda perfect. So we'll go to 7 here. Off of a Boros Charm probably. They could untap, put us to 3 with the other Boros Charm, but they'd have to draw 1 mana. They'd have to draw another land to double spell and a 1-mana spell, and they just don't have enough draw steps to accomplish that. So this should just be good. Does Helix make the math awkward? Was them gaining 3 also shrinks Scourge? Dece. Alright. Collective Brutality. Not sure about Ingrath's Rampage or Braid. They're just more removal spells. I think I definitely want Fatal Pushes before I want those two. I'm gonna take out the Phyrexian stuff. As far as I don't even know that I want to take out all the Phyrexian stuff. Like, Mutagenic Growth still saves something from a burn spell, but paying any amount of life could be scary. Let's experiment with taking both out. That has us at 59. That we would need to bring in 1 more. I honestly don't know that I want one of these sideboard cards over just like first Mutagenic Growth. It would be either Rampage or a Braid. I think I'm actually gonna bring in the Abrade. They could be playing some number of artifacts. Also possible we want Kozilek's Return in case they have something like Core Firewalker. So I guess it's one of either this, or this. They're all pretty marginal, I think. I think the kill spell over a protection spell might be a higher priority. So maybe I want the instant over the sorcery. They both deal with artifacts. So I think I'm leaning towards a Braid. And then if we see that they bring in the various Core Firewalkers, then I guess we can bring in the Kozilek's Return. But I mean, our Shadows and our Scourges get past it anyway. So maybe it just doesn't matter. Reveal the thing. Yikes. I think this has probably got to be a mulligan. If we draw another land, this hand's fantastic, right? We have turn 1 creature. The opponent mulliganed as well, to note. We've got turn 1 creature. We've got Thoughtseize to get some info, maybe net a life or two. And Scourges are going to be quite big, but we need to draw a land for it to happen. I mean, we're on the draw on the opponent mulliganed. It's on the risky side, but I think the upside of drawing literally any land is too great. Was these Scourges are going to be absurd.
Ow! Sorry.
And the opponent's mulligan to 5 as well. At least 5. Goblin Guide's actually the scarier start that we could have seen. So we don't have an immediate answer to it. Another Scourge. Alright, I guess I'm Fetch Shocking and a Swift Spear. Do want both of my colors. Hopefully this guide is kind. Watch us flip the spell land so we don't actually get to draw it. That'd be funny. Maybe next turn I hold the Swift Spear on defense and I can like Lava Dart to grow it. Oof. Alright, come on land. Land would be pretty big here. Bam. A land. Never didn't have it, I suppose. So the opponent could be playing Path to Exile now, but I don't think that's a reason to not just play a 4/4. If I attack with the Swift Spear, it becomes a 5/5, and Swift Spear doesn't actually block something profitably. Yeah, let's Scourge attack for 1, make a 5/5. Yeah, I mean this was the upside of finding a land. We just have infinite like 1 and 2 mana 8/8s. Like if they want to bolt this after guide hits it, I'm pretty fine with that. They know about the shadow, a guide revealed it. You're already in no attack mode? Respect, I guess. Not sure that I'm casting those. Might just be time to get another Scourge down. Hitting with this Scourge means that our other Scourge gets to be even larger. But maybe I just want to hold the walls up until I can get a better attack at the same time. Shadow's still only a 2/2, so I think this turn's going to be another 5/5 and say go. With the opponent being stuck on 1 land again, it's going to be hard for them to put a combo play together. You know, like even if they draw a land, bolt me. Makes sense. That's what you're here to do. Sure. Can we kill them now? If I bolt a thing and attack with both of the Scourges, I think they die if they don't block, right? They only die if they don't block if I bolt them, because then the Scourges are 8/8s. So I can use Lava Darts to take something down, but that has me sacrificing a mountain. That's probably fine. All the pressure I'm going to need to win this game is already in play. So let's kill a guide. Then I'm just going to attack. I'll leave the Swift Spear back, I think. Does it matter? So if I leave the Swift Spear back, if I attack all and they block just a Scourge, I can bolt them, putting them to 12, and then this hits for 8, this hits for 4, that kills them. So they have to block everything. They have to block with both of their things or they just die. Seems good. Then I don't think they can kill me from 8 with an empty board and 1 land in play. So we got a little lucky here in that the opponent kept a 1-lander game 1 and didn't hit it. They kept a 7-card hand, and then game 5 they mulliganed to 5. Game 2 they mulliganed to 5, unfortunately. Yeah, they got to do the Scourge of the Skyclave's math. Yeah, they figured it out. They're just dead. Bam. We got our money back. At least. Reveal the thing. So probably one too many lands. I think I can do better. This is better. Keep. I mean, I guess I could just bottom a Battle Rage. The opponent also mulliganed. Lava Dart has the chance of being insane. But I mean, I've got a pretty fast Scourge and Shadow. So maybe Battle Rage just really goes over the top. I think I'm just going to keep the spells and the threats. Polluted Delta Pass. You know about Luris, though, so you're not completely in the dark. Tron. Okay, well, Tron should, in theory, be a pretty good matchup, but they did keep a 7-card hand, so hopefully they're not doing anything too absurd. Alright, let's fetch Shock. Bolt the opponent's face. That will enable us to play Scourge of the Skyclaves. Ooh, Thoughtseize is nice. I do still think I want to get the Scourge down. Can't quite Shadow yet. Let's cast a 3/3. 2 mana 3/3. Perfectly balanced. No Dismember. Solid. Chalice. Jeez. Alright, well, Chalice is how we lose. I mean, that's why I've got so much sideboard tech for it. Alright, we're going to have to hope this Scourge of the Skyclaves gets there. We can at least put Luris into play. So, I mean, that would have been a reason to Thoughtseize. But we didn't know it was E-Tron. Alright, so this is going to hit as a 3/3 no matter what. Let's just put this in hand. Hit for 3. And then our Scourge goes up to a 5/5. Currently, our life total is setting the pace. Yeah, I mean, our deck is all 1-drops. So I can make this a 6/6 if I want by tapping Canyon. Don't think it's going to come up, though. Gonna have to be conscious of the nombo between Lifelink and Scourge. Got him. They chaliced on one and then shame scooped. Interesting. Alright, so Angrath's Rampage kills Chalice. As does a Braid, as does Shattering Spree. You can replicate it, and the Chalice doesn't counter the replicated copies. Do I want Fatal Pushes for Thought-Knot Seers? Apostle's Blessing does actually give protection from colorless. Mutagenic Growth doesn't seem great. So I guess the primary question is, do I want some number of Fatal Pushes? I do want to play Agadeem's Awakening. That's a way to put a shadow into play after it gets countered off of a Chalice, funny enough. You can just reanimate it. Let's cut a Lava Dart. That's not killing a whole lot. I could play Feed the Swarm. That kills pretty much any Eldrazi that I need it to. That's probably better than the push. I don't think the enchantment mode is going to come up a whole lot, but feeding the Swarm into an attack with a shadow could be an easy way to win. Honestly, I expect my good threats to outgrow the Apostle, to outgrow their removal anyway. It's probably just like Dismember and Walking Ballista. I think I'm going to keep in maximum ways to take the Chalice. So maybe I just cut a creature. Soul Scar is probably better than Swift Spear because I can put minus counters on their big stuff. I like this an okay amount. Submit. Boom. Reveal the thing. Sounds great. We've only got one land, though. I'll lead on Inquisition. Really don't want to get Chaliced again. If they've got multiples, then it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Hey, look, multiples. And if they Chalice on one and keep this Expedition map around, we actually can't Angrath's Rampage to get rid of the artifact. So we're going to have to wait until they pop the map. At least we drew the land, though. Like, land was step one. I mean, if they just go Tome instead of something. I mean, they don't have another land that we know about, so if they miss on lands, they might just sack map. Alright, we've got a chance. We get to get rid of Chalice. Land here would be nice, because then we can cast something else. Nice. Target player sacrifices an artifact. You will sacrifice an artifact. So we know their hand is Matter Reshaper, Maze Mine Tome, Eldrazi Temple. I think I'm just going to take one from the hand. Like, I could get a creature down. I mean, my stuff is going to outsize their stuff anyway, but I think things like Matter Reshaper are annoying enough where I want to take them. Maze Mine Tome is on the slow side, but it's still good. Let's take a Shaper. Go. Tome, yep. They bricked on the land, too. Another Thoughtseize, excellent. Alright, so let's Soulscar Mage. So now, do I want to keep all the spells in hand for prowess triggers next turn, or do I want to cast a Thoughtseize now? If they draw a temple, they're not doing anything extra. I mean, I'm missing out on a prowess trigger by not Thoughtseizing now. But by Thoughtseizing now was the Soul Scar would attack. I'll Thoughtseize now. Like, if I draw another threat next turn, I'm going to want to play it. What did you find? It's not a land. The new card's definitely not a land. It's a Reality Smasher. Alright, well, they need a land to Smasher, and the Smasher is probably going to be on defense. I mean, I've got another Thoughtseize to take the Allah's Dust, which is probably what I'm going to want to take. So it's like, how worried am I about a Reality Smasher blocking? Honestly, the answer is kind of a lot. Take the Smasher. Get in for 2. Sure. What do you do with it? They topped it. Might just be land. Hopefully it's not a Chalice. We've already dealt with 2. Blast Zone. Wow, that was a really insane find. Now we need Scourge. Alright, well that Blast Zone off the top is probably single-handedly enough. Let's get our companion. At least maybe we can rebuild after the Blast Zone. So is now time to Thoughtseize? I mean, they're at a minimum a turn away from the Ugin. They can draw Temple and Allah's Dust. But yeah, next turn I think I'm going to want to Luris plus cast a 1-drop, so that means I'm Thoughtseizing now. If I Thoughtseize pre-combat, they're just going to blow Blast Zone. At least this way I get 2 damage in. This puts them farther away from their other spells. So if they sack Blast Zone, they're going down to 4 mana. They're 4 mana towards Allah's Dust. They're pretty far from the Allah's Dust. I'll take the Ugin. And then I'm assuming they're going to pop the zone or draw a card. Yep. Do you smell a 4-1? Yeah, definitely 4-1. Scry upkeep, interesting. Tower. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 mana towards Allah's Dust. Another land, not great. Alright, so I guess I'm just attacking first. I can Lava Dart them. That'll probably force them to pop Blast Zone. If they do, I can then go land Luris, recast something. If they don't, I don't even think I can cast the Luris. Dart ya. Boom. Yeah, here it comes. Pop. Goes the weasel. 1 ya. Got him. So I guess I should just get my basic, right? I can still do everything. Cast a Soul Scar. What do you want to do with the Scry? Please go bottom. They've got a lot of good draws now. Most of their big Eldrazi. They topped. Chalice on 1. I guess I should have Lava Darted in response. I mean, Lava Dart's still good for just the prowess triggers, though. So Lava Darting now doesn't actually change anything. I mean, I guess I'll get the Prowess trigger. Gonna need to draw something like Scourge of the Skyclaves. I can cast a Swift Spear, but it'll just get countered. Say go. Ballista on 2. Well, that gets rid of the Luris. Annoying. I need Scourge. Alright, well, Shadow doesn't do it. They have Chalice. And I guess I should be attacking. I mean, if I'm attacking, they could just block the Soul Scar and then just go to their turn and kill Luris, but I don't think I can win anyway. Like, Walking Ballista is just the nail in the coffin. Third Chalice is a little too difficult. I mean, I still have Scourge as a live draw. Yep. Take your 3. They'll just untap, put a counter on this thing. Can't recast. I guess I can recast. It just won't work. Gotta be Scourge. And even then, they've got the All is Dust. I mean, if we find another way to destroy an artifact that can get the Chalice off, which then means Shadow becomes a thing again. So we're drawing live. It's got to be a way to get rid of an artifact, though. One drop. That's not it. Still drawing live for like another turn. Yep. So it can't be Ingrath's Rampages. They could just sacrifice the Ballista. It's got to be a Breed. I guess I'm still technically live. Has to be exactly now or I can scoop it up. Scoop it up. What a silly card. I mean, they found 3 in their top 16. It's going to be hard. Can only deal with the first 2. Do I want to change anything? Not sure that I do. Oh, I guess another thing that would have done it last turn is I could have drawn the Shattering Spree. Shattering Spree would have been even better because then I got to take care of both, right? Yeah, I think I'm keeping it the same. I guess the consideration is, do I want to bring in another Swift Spear? Probably not. Submit. Let's go first. Reveal the thing. 0 lander, not gonna do it. Clearly. 1 lander and it's Mountain with all black spells. Jeez. Well, we're keeping. Not happy about it. We have got a Shattering Spree on top. I mean, that's an answer to Chalice. We've already got an answer to Chalice. I think I need to dig for like ways to win the game. There's a way to win the game. So do I just Lava Dart the opponent? I mean, if I Lava Dart the opponent, I can get Scourge into play. Seems worth it. They could play a Ballista on 1 and then shoot it, but, I mean, if I really, really want, I could sack Lava Dart to make sure that doesn't happen. Don't think they've got any ways to gain life. Stone, yeah. Dismember. Dismember doesn't work. Yeah, it does. Dismember works. Yeah, because it's set by the highest life total. If I Lava Dart, they still get to kill it. Get the thing. Go. Yikes. I mean, I can make him sack a creature with the Ingress Rampage at least. They haven't had a Chalice yet. They have to take Dolores. I mean, I guess they're worried that like I can kill it and draw something else, but I mean, they're worried about killing it. Or, I mean, they could just have another Dismember. That would also explain this. So I want to lead on the Thoughtseize. Kind of feels like they have another Dismember, but I mean, as far as I'm aware, they only play like 2 or 3. It just feels like they've got another answer. Yeah, I mean, I think the only way I'm actually winning though is if I get to go Scourge next turn. We get to cast a Mishra's Bauble. Alright, please no second Dismember. I mean, this would be a good game to win. Not just because it would make us 4-0, but because we mulligan to 5. Ah, Ballista. That makes sense too. Chalice on top. Right where we can't reach it. Shadow, please. Shadow, please. We got 2 looks at it. Damn it. I mean, I can Lightning Bolt and Lava Dart the Thought Knot. Draw another card. I mean, these spells aren't going to do anything after this turn anyway. So it feels like the play. I mean, at least it's a threat before Chalice comes down. We can still Scourge, and we can still Agadeem's Awakening to reanimate something, but we're 2 mana sources away from 4. Jeez. Well, taking the Smasher, I guess. Alright, so the Chalice is the card that we know about on top. I mean, our Inquisitions are good for prowess triggers, but that's it. So they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 mana sources right now. They can Karn and then get something that costs. They can get something that they can play costs 2 or less immediately. I mean, I think I'm just gonna fire off the Inquisitions for prowess triggers. Yeah, I guess I'm firing off Inquisitions for prowess triggers. Temur Battle Rage might be worth more if we draw something like a Mishra's Bauble. It's gonna have to be Scourge though. That's gonna be our best way to win. That play makes some sense too. I mean, we still have our various sideboard cards. That's not one of them. I mean, they're just gonna block with Mind Stone now. We're forced to Battle Rage. They've just got a Karn now. Yeah, this Karn's gonna seal the deal very easily. I mean, if this deck is gonna lose, I guess third Chalice in one game, and then me mulliganing to 5 is gonna do it the other game, right? Ballista's the best thing they can get. I mean, I'm still alive to Shattering Spree. That doesn't do it. I mean, this has me taking 1. They'll just get the next big thing, though. Alex, thanks for the follow. Yep. Alright, we didn't get the trophy. Bummer. Still going, though. Can't beat Russell Wilson, yeah. We can go for the 4-1, though. So, Ian, I think your reverse jinx didn't work because you declared that it was a reverse jinx. Reveal the thing. You take no responsibility. I solely blame you, so I give you responsibility. This sounds good, though. Lots of threats, some ways to protect it. No real interaction, though. Keep. Dark Slick Shorts. Ad nauseum? Mill. Alright, well. So this would have been a hand where I would have really liked a way to interact. Alright. Say yes. Play a thing. And I'll attack. Like, they might not block. We play things like Mutagenic Growth, and that would be a way to kill it. Lava Dart also a way to kill it for what it's worth, but I don't think I'll be sacking a land here. Will you take the damage? Wow. Alright. You got me. Gotta go fast. That's a lot of crabs. I have no ways to kill them either. Now do you block? I mean, I've got Battle Rage. If I can get something big quickly, Battle Rage is a way to steal it. And even then, I could also Apostle's Blessing to name blue to sneak something through. Block with the 0-3. Now you're not blocking? I guess I have mana untapped now. Play a 3-3. Each player draws a card. Every land is mill 9. Oof. Mill 10. Oof. Don't even know that we have Blood Crypts left in the deck. I haven't checked. 1, 2, 3. We got one in play. That's all of them. Yeah, we're just dead. I guess one land doesn't actually kill us. We can even draw the card off of the bubble. We'll still get a draw step afterwards. We'll go down to 10. They can mill us for 9 with any land. Actually, they can kill us with a Mikakoro. Each player draws a card. Alright, I guess I'm attacking then. Taking a hit. So if I Apostle's Blessing now, nothing happens, right? Yeah. Take the hit. So now I need to fade another mill spell on top of a land. Fetch land makes it not matter. Alright, there we go. It's a lot of crabs. Probably want these fatal pushes. We're on the play. I mean, I still don't think we want to bring in a whole bunch of removal. I'll leave in all the lava darts. They don't kill a lot, but they're free spells, especially when they're milling all of them. I think I want the Apostle's Blessings. I can take up Mutagenic Growth, though. That's 60. Like, I'm going to want Blessing to protect from push. I could see a Braid being good as well. They might be playing, what's the thing? Mesmeric Orb. Also just kills a crab. Yes, my opponent has crabs. That's exactly what I said. Reveal the thing. Nope. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I think I just got a couple unlucky hands. Crab. Alright, we put a land on the bottom. No point in fetching now. It doesn't actually thin anything. There's the 4th Bloodstained Mire, though. Can't play anything. Next turn I can play Shadow Shadow. I guess I should be fetching now. Because there's a chance the opponent draws Archive Traps that they don't already have. I mean, now it actually just doesn't matter. Blood Crypt, say yes. Blood Crypt, say yes. Watch them mill a Shadow and surgical it. I'd vomit. Alright, well they didn't hit it. That's good. Alright, no Archive Trap either. Gonna play this one. If they like Surgical Land, I don't want to get in taken. That might be worth less than trying to fetch for a basic, but I don't think I actually want to be fetching basics here anyway. Blood Crypt. Say yes. Guess we can cast this now. Target you. Fatal Push on top. Joy. Come on, Apostle's Blessing off the top. We get to draw a card on their upkeep because of the Mishra's Bauble. Damn. Battle Rage is a good one to have. They don't have the black mana. I mean, they can field everyone to do it. Not bad. I mean, we get to Scourge of the Skyclaves and Fatal Push this turn. I guess I even get to attack first. If the opponent sacks Field of Ruin, I can shoot the crab with the activations on the stack. I mean, it's the same exact amount of damage if they push something. Actually, it's one more if I just like make sure they do this now. Boom. Don't think it matters what I get. I guess in the event I want to fetch for a basic and then Fatal Push, I'll want the Swamp, so I'll get Mountain now. I mean, my mana's pretty perfect anyway. Oof, if I had the Apostle's Blessing right now, oh my lord. Get the other Blood Crypts. Say yes. Hit you for 5. Play a 5/5. Bridge? Well, I brought in the Abrade. Jeez. Now I need to draw a Braid. Right on time. Jeez, they just like have another Fatal Push. Well, I think I need to take Ancestral Recall. It's not Ancestral yet. But it's going to be very soon. I mean, things like Swift Spear and Soul Scar get under the bridge as far as right now is concerned. Oh, I should have definitely been putting Luris in my hand. That's a mistake. I can do it now, though. We've got Archive Trap on top, or they get to hard cast that. Yeah, that was just draw a card. I think they wanted to wait on that, right? Archive Trap was their top card. Oh, they had another Archive Trap. Did they hit the Abrade? They did not. Come on, Abrade. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize takes Fatal Push. I can still Luris plus pay a Bauble. Now they'll Ancestor Recall. Yep. Stern Dismissal says, return a target creature enchantment an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Let's take the crab. Because they have a Boro in their hand as well. Still need to find this Abrade. I mean, finding the Abrade's the way to win. Oh, wait, it's right there. I don't know how I missed it. So yeah, I'm going to have to go under it with Soul Scars and Swift Spears. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I drew some 1-drops. Those get to attack. Should I just cast Luris again anyway? I can cast a Swift Spear from the yard, I'm assuming. Are there no Swift Spears in the yard? Just Soul Scars? Oh, there is one. I mean, there's a chance we win. I have to Swift Spear again and then get a lot of prowess triggers, basically. Damn it! Why couldn't you mill that Lava Dart? They could also just draw a mill spell and I'm in the doghouse too. So I've got 1 Lava Dart in the yard. Can I kill them? If I go Swift Spear, cast a Bauble from the yard, a bunch of Lava Darts, is that actually just lethal? So if I go Swift Spear, I have 3 mana left. I can cast Bauble from the yard, that's up to 4 damage total. Lava Dart is 7 from my hand. Lava Dart from the yard. Yeah, this is lethal if they don't have something. I mean, I have to go for it. It's not getting much better. mean, if they play actual anything from their hand, this no longer works because I need to Mishra's Bauble. I need to Mishra's Bauble, which gets my stuff up to 2 power. Is there a way around that? If I attack Swift Spear, I've got effectively 3 Lava Darts to cast. So that's 6 worth of prowess, 3 worth of damage, that's 12. Sorry, that's 9. Math is hard. So it's 3 prowess triggers apiece, that's 6. It's 2 from the Swift Spears, that's 8. And it's 3 Lava Darts, so it's 11. I can Fatal Push my Lurrus up to 13. I mean, I could also just cast a Battle Rage. And then if they try to push, I can then Apostle's Blessing. Does this just work? Alright, let's go to combat. Not casting Bauble. Lava Dart, yeah. Lava Dart, yeah. Lava Dart, yeah. So, Battle Rage? Then if they have only 1 removal spell, we just Apostle's Blessing going to 1 life. Give it Pro Blue. If they've got second removal, then they've got second removal. We were never winning anyway. They can Aboro and they can Mikokoro and try to draw it. Pro Blue. Hey, we did it. We beat the Chalice. I said we needed Swift Spears, and they're the Swift Spears. We won because of Lurrus, because, you know, like, they milled Swift Spear, so it was easy to actually find one. Alright, so now we should probably bring in Ingoth's Rampage for sure. It kills crabs at a minimum. We could even bring in Shattering Sprees as well. I mean, it probably is important enough. So we know we have unsummons to play around. We have to cut 4. I think I'm going to cut 1 Soulscar Mage. I can cut another Bauble. This has me needing to cut 2. Maybe I can get away cutting an Inquisition. Not so sure about that, though. I think I need the Temur Battle Rages to steal a kill. But the opponent does have a lot of interaction now. They've got Fatal Pushes, and they've also got the Unsummon. I mean, I could take out a Lava Dart, but we saw it do a lot of work just now. I mean, they're going to be milling Lava Darts, so we're going to have access to a good number of them. Maybe just any number of basically free spells I can't afford to get rid of. I will cut an Inquisition. Keeping 6 hand disruption seems good still. I need to cut 1 more. Maybe like 1 Battle Rage. Yeah, let's give it a go. I like having access to Bauble, especially if they're going to be milling them and we've got Lurrus. Don't think I want to play Crypt. Crypt could be cute with their Ancestral Recalls, though. Damn it. Okay. I can get behind this. I'll keep the answer to their artifacts. I'll keep the bolt because it kills crab, and then I'm obviously keeping a Swift Spear. Crab. Yep. Shadow, not bad. So it might be worth letting them mill me for 3 just so I can get the Swift Spear down. They still have to be worried about Mutagenic Growth, so maybe they don't block. It's close. If they play Fetch, it's milling me for 6, which is unfortunate. So yeah, I think it's actually kind of close what I want to do here. I'll hedge towards just killing the crab. Like the odds the 1 damage gets through are pretty low anyway. It's only Mutagenic Growth that would bite them. Alright, well, Shattering Spree takes care of that if we really want it to. Scourge. Can't play that yet. I think I really want to get the Swift Spear in, because that lets us actually get Scourges into play. I do actually think we need to kill this now, because our Scourges just never ever get to be big if they're gaining life. Oh, I don't want to replicate it. Target that. I don't want to replicate it. Yeah, like if that thing sticks around, we're just never ever attacking with the... We're never even playing a Scourge. Damn. Alright, well, another one makes it a little bit more difficult. Damn, could have even replicated. Yep. Scourges are basically a non-card now. I mean, yeah, maybe I am supposed to hold the, maybe I just am supposed to hold the replicate spell. Thoughtseize isn't bad. I mean, it's something I can do. Alright, I'll leave you with the land. I mean, I've all 3 lava darts hit the bin. I don't think it's time to start sacking mountains for them yet, though. I mean, they've got nothing. If they continue to have nothing, I could win. Like, if they just draw lands, I'm in an okay spot. That's a land. If that shock means I get to... oop, there you go. Do I have a Blood Crypt left? Odds are high. There's 1 there. 2 there. 1 in play. So let me do a quick double check, because it would be tragic. 1. 2. So there should be 1 left. This lets me shadow. And I can even Scourge now, too. Alright, we're doing it. Like, they can gain some amount of life to get them out of range. Now is it time to sacrifice anything? If I sack all of the mountains, they're not dead, right?
It's they're basically 3 apiece, so 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Alright, if we can dodge this draw step, we get the 4-1. If they draw bridge, then it's like, welp. Please no bridge. Alright, apparently no bridge. The 4th Scourge. Alright, now I think it's time to start lava darting. Is it lethal as is? It is not. Here, I guess we should go to blocks. Now is it lethal as is? They're at 12, they're taking 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so as is they die. 4, 5 plus 8 is 13, they're at 12. An unsummon. Is it worth to Lava Dart anyway? So this puts them to 10. They'd be taking an additional 4 and 4 and 1. It's 1 off. Lava Darting myself doesn't exactly work. Alright, I think they're just going to take this then. The issue then is what if they draw bridge? Oh, so I made a mistake then, huh? I should have played Scourge pre-combat. I took a Lava Dart out, right? I didn't? Oh, because I said they were all free spells, right. So, I mean, if I sack all the Lava Darts now... I mean, I still have them dead on board, so, like, they're still forced to do something. I actually think I'm just going to sack all my mountains now. They'll go to 10, they'll take 9, they'll go to 1. So as soon as they find my other Lava Dart, I just kill them. The issue is that if they mill creatures, then it doesn't matter anymore. But then I still just have to kill it. Yeah, I'm just gonna sack all my lands and go all in. I could target myself. Does that make Shadow bigger? It does the same thing. Yeah, let's target myself. All in. Cool. All right, we did it. We got another 4-1. Alright, so let's do my wrap up for purposes of the recording. Alright, so once again, this is the second league that I've done with this deck. Slight modifications in between. And 4-1 in both. So pretty promising. We lost to Eldrazi Tron, and that is because we have a really hard time versus Chalice of the Void. We did pretty well against the Chalice with all the sideboard cards, but the opponent drawing third copy of Chalice in the top 16 is really what did it for us, I think. The deck's just really super consistent, super fast, super hard hitting. I really like the aspect of protection that the mutagenic growths and the Apostles' Blessings give. We saw it allow us to take a game from the opponent in Game 2 of Match 5 just now, and that was pretty sweet. Again, I still think that Scourge of the Skyclaves is a really natural home in this deck. It's really nice here specifically because we're hyper aggro. We get on the board quickly with things like Soul Scar Mage, Monastery Swift Spear, and we can also bolt and lava dart the opponent. Usually, the opponent's life total is going to be what sets the what sets the ceiling for the size of the Scourge. So fitting in a deck that's hyper aggro on the low end definitely makes sense. I never cast Agadeem's Awakening for its spell mode, but losing 3 life was still perfectly defensible by means of trying to get out Death Shadow quickly. It's not as effective in trying to get Scourge out quickly because, again, Scourge is more often limited, I've found, by your opponent's life total. Lurrus felt very, very strong from the companion standpoint. He won us a couple of games and was just a fine 3-2 attacking body in a couple other games. I think companioning Lurrus is still better than playing things that further enable Shadow like Street Wraith. I haven't really had a hard time, except for maybe one game, doing enough damage to myself to get Shadow out. But yeah, all in all, just a very, very smooth engine. Battle Rage still just an instant win button most of the time. Scourge really is just Shadows 5 through 8. And then as long as we can have enough answers to things like Chalice of the Void in the sideboard, I'm pretty confident that it's going to take a lot to stop this deck. This deck is absolutely sweet, and it's a blast to play. I definitely recommend picking this deck up if you've got the opportunity. So that's going to be it for this recording. If you're watching here live on Twitch, I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. And if you want to support my content, a really easy and free way you can do so is to hit that follow button. You can also find all of my previously recorded videos on my YouTube channel. Both of those screen names are on the bottom of your current screen. And if you're watching here on YouTube, I hope you are continuing to enjoy my content. You can help me out by liking the video you're currently watching, commenting, telling me what you think I can be doing better, or just leaving some nice words, and also subscribing. Subscribing is a big help as well, helps that YouTube algorithm push me forward. With that said, thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, see ya.